I'm Rob Thomas, editor-in-chief of Club and Resort Business, and you have found the Club and Resort Talks podcast. Today's guest is Trey Bayliss, general manager, CEO of Pinehurst Country Club in Denver, Colorado. He's joined by Christina Wynn, the club's director of communications. They're going to talk a little bit about their $21.5 million capital plan for the club. A lot going on there from the golf course to the swimming pool, rackets, you name it, it's taking place. But before we get to that, let me tell you that today's podcast is sponsored by Stone Group Architects. Stone Group Architects is a premier partner in crafting private club environments. They believe in transformative power of design to impact people and place. The team takes immense pride in being a service-disabled, veteran-owned small business dedicated to crafting spaces nationwide where veterans thrive, ensuring that they receive the honor and care they rightfully deserve. CEO Todd Stone leads the team to deliver projects on time and within budget, rooted in honesty, integrity, and a relentless pursuit of excellence. You can learn more about Stone Groups at stonegrouparchitects.com. We got that taken care of. I teased a little bit about Trey Bayliss and Christina Wynn from Pinehurst Country Club in Denver, not the Carolinas. Important to know that. I did not know at the time when I first started communicating with Trey. I caught on quick enough, but sure enough, I just assumed. Don't assume. Never know. Never assume, right? Ask you me. So took care of that. Teased a little bit. We told you that Stone Group Architects is the sponsor. Thank you very much. And now let's get to a little bit of news. Let's start off by saying the renovation project at Monterey Peninsula Country Club is nearing completion. The current project by Zinkand Golf Design, the third phase of the master plan, touches all of the shore courses, bunkers, and waste areas. Each is receiving new drainage and capillary flow liners. The old sand is being sifted and used in the waste areas. New sand's being put into the primary bunkers. It's going to be spectacular. It's one of the top 100 golf courses in the United States, of course. It's a beautiful setting out there. And Zinkand Golf Design is being trusted to lift it back up. Next up, let's go down to Florida, another golf course renovation. This extensive upgrade at Boca Royale Golf and Country Club in Welland Park, Florida, includes a reimagining of pools, restaurants, a bar, and a pro shop, along with the addition of spacious outdoor dining pavilion. The community's 18-hole semi-private championship golf course underwent significant improvements as well. I've not been down to Boca Royale, but it's a 1,000 home community. It's a big spot down there in, I think, in the Villages in that area. Massive development, obviously. Last but not least, a nationwide story, and this is a feel-good story. Arcus Golf is continuing their partnership with Els for Autism. Purchases, including merchandise, food and beverage, and golf, made by Arcus Club members and guests are rounded up to the nearest dollar, with the roundup amounts donated to Els for Autism. Excellent program. I think this is their 7th year they've been rounding up for autism. Very good. Very well done by Arcus Golf and Ernie Els, whose son was born on the spectrum. He decided to start this charity, and it's been doing great things ever since. So good on Ernie Els, good on Arcus Golf. With all that taken care of, let's get right to Trey Bayliss and Christina Wynn from Pinehurst Country Club in Denver, Colorado. Hello, and welcome back to the Club and Resort Talks podcast. I'm Rob Thomas, and I'm joined by Trey Bayliss, General Manager, CEO of Pinehurst Country Club in Denver, Colorado, not North Carolina, and Christina Wynn, the Director of Communications. Trey, Christina, thank you for joining us on the podcast.
Happy to join you guys. Excited.
All right, let's get right into it. if you could, before we get into the meat and potatoes of what's going on, and it's something big going on, give us a 10,000 foot view of Pinehurst Country Club. I made reference to the fact that you guys are in Denver, because I, like many of others, maybe have been tripped up a little bit. So give us a little kind of an overall view of what the club is all about.
Oh yeah, definitely. So Pinehurst Country Club is in the Denver metro area, one of the few clubs actually in Denver proper. Us in Denver Country Club. Uh, Beyond that, we're kind of one of the preeminent family clubs in the Denver area. Very family focused, of course. Cherry Hills and Castle Pines GC are slightly known for their golf courses. We're very well known for our family programming, everything is sort of like that. So those that have been around the industry for a long time may remember a name by the name of Bud Hall. He's a kind of the first general manager to win the General Manager Year of the Award when it was initially launched back in the day. So, kind of a famous name in industry. He's a retired general manager that was here for a long time and launched the club with the Coble and Norgram families back in the day. Um, so we've been around since 1958 and are looking forward to our 70th anniversary in a couple years.
Wow, looking forward to that myself. 70 years is nothing to sneeze at. Uh,
Yep.
what we are here for is because you have an approval of a $21.5 million capital plan. Can you please tell us a little bit about that capital plan and how it aligns with the club's long-term version or
Oh
vision?
yeah, definitely. No, it's again, we're all very excited for that. This has been a lot of work going on for years that is coming to a head for our membership. They started the golf course master plan process about 15, 16 years ago, believe it or not. So we've got a Maxwell course and our 18 hole and our Fluger 9 hole course. Both Perry Maxwell designed. The goal of the repair for the golf course is to really repair a lot of stuff that you kind of have seen fall into disrepair on our Maxwell courses. As anybody that knows golf courses fairly well. Over time, collar dams rise, bunkers need to be redone, tee boxes leveled. So that's one of our big projects that will be starting in 2027, end of. But the first project, probably should go in order here. So first project will actually be repairing our waterways in the golf course. That starts in this coming summer. I mean, summer, fall. So we'll start with that right after golf season and we will repair in the Denver metro area. A lot of mountain runoff goes directly through golf courses. Cherry Hills has done this project already. A couple other golf courses have done it, where it's to really just see erosion and degradation of waterways and rivers throughout the courses due to the amount of water that goes through. So we'll start repairing that, some of our cart paths along that this coming fall and through the spring. Um, Christina can get you some photos of kind of how it looks now as compared to how it looks 10 years ago. It's not exactly how it'll look in the future, but similar. Then with that comes spring of 2026. We'll also start a whole new pool. That will be we'll do a full resort style pool with a zero entry area and a kiddie pool and kiddie splash pad where we've got about our original pool still that's almost 70 years old. For those that know pool and pool builds, they don't last that long. So our members been have had the great foresight to start replacing that before we have an issue. We So it'll be great. It'll be a massive update. Still keeping grassy areas, which our members love, not full cement. And then we'll go right after that. 2027 will be a normal year, and we'll start 9 hole phasing of the golf course. Uh, so it's great foresight from our membership to start replacing some of these assets, keeping up with some of these assets, and just keep the club looking beautiful for generations to come.
Well, I'll tell you, good on the people who originally designed that pool 70 years ago, if it's still going. Uh,
Yep.
Back to the golf course. How are the bunker renovations, the tee leveling, all that stuff's going on? How is that going to affect the strategy and the overall golfing experience?
So our committee is working that around that now. So we do have multiple types of membership, which makes it a little bit interesting. We have both our full resident golf membership, which is our full privilege members. Then we have an associate golf, which just gets them access to the 9 hole. So the biggest thing is our membership was very supportive about these projects, which was awesome. They said, you know what, we need to do these projects. As we get closer, we'll figure out play once we get there. The biggest thing is really getting these projects going. Even our 9 hole course, 9 hole members were very supportive, saying, you know what, we want to see these repairs go through. Even if privileges get very limited for a year, we'll figure it out. Our membership does realize there will be some pain, but it is for a lot of long-term gain. But we still will have 18 holes of golf available at any given time. So,
All right, short-term pain, long-term gain. I like it.
yeah.
Uh, I understand there's also some stuff going on in the racket sports area of the golf course or the club.
Yep. So there's some talks, and this would be after the current master plan, potentially for long-term improvements. The biggest thing as well is we're touching every member base with this first phase of the master plan. We'll also install with the pool, we'll install some lights down at our rackets facility. That'll allow, we're very fortunate in Denver for the throes of summer. It's light until about 9 o'clock at night, but really on the shoulder seasons. Our membership is a very outdoor-based membership. We do have an indoor rackets facility, but this will allow them to extend play into the shoulder seasons for the outdoor play for both pickleball and rackets. Our pickleball program is exploding. That's one of those things that'll help us well too. And we do tape some indoor tennis courts in the shoulder parts of season in the winter, but that'll really help them play on official pickleball courts even more on the shoulder parts of season.
Now, I don't want to be the Debbie Downer here, but
Yep.
some clubs experience pushback from the neighbors when they start adding lights or pickleball for on the pickle. Are the courts within the property where they're not really affecting your neighbors and no headaches are anticipated?
Knock on wood. We'll see shortly here. It wouldn't be any neighbors. With our membership back in the day when they built their tennis and the pickleball courts, they were very cognizant because originally, actually, when I mentioned Bud Hall and the Coble family, we were originally a bundled community back in the day. So they were very cognizant of the developments they were developing as well in the layout. So it is in an area where the noise and lights would not affect any of the houses. The thing that would affect in those that know the area is it is a little bit closer to the street. So we will have to deal with the Denver municipality with permitting there. So, and those that know Denver know how fun that might be.
I was gonna say it's always a joy to work with the governmental agency. Well, fingers
So,
are crossed for you, Trey.
oh no, it's again, but Denver's been good to us so far, so I think they will be. It's still just permitting processes, as everybody knows, is still time consuming.
Well, okay, we're bouncing back to the pool now. The
Yep.
new pool, and
Yep.
I believe there's an Oasis snack bar that's going to be included. How's that going to enhance the family and social experience at Pinehurst Country Club?
So it'll be great. It's really our pool snack bar right now is just exactly that. It's more of a snack bar. It's again really idea. It's chicken tenders, fries, burgers. Again, nothing wrong with that. But the idea is it really is more of that. It's more of a snack shack. The idea we're testing some concepts with the summer from the equipment we have currently to maybe with the relaunch help with that. Where it's again the idea is long term some healthier options, which is popular, grab and go, maybe even a little cafe. So it's all we'll see what can work there once we actually get to we've got our architects looking at it now, and the goal would be to be able, like for example, maybe have street tacos. If somebody wants a Starbucks style coffee, we're very fortunate. Our pool snack bar is also right next to our 13th tee, so having some grab and go items and some coffee available for our golfers right there is fantastic options as well. It's really utilizing that space and trying to create that as another little hub where if somebody's not looking for a full dining experience, but quick food, good food, and potentially healthy beyond chicken tenders and fries, turn that into that. So, involving with our splash bar for that, we're hoping to do again, upgrade it. Right now, it's just classic snack bar stuff, all disposables, upgrade it to Melanine, more of a resort style feel.
I I'm not going to poo-poo on chicken fingers and French fries. I happen to love those two things. But Christina, if I can pull you in here real quick,
Yeah.
how are you in your department communicating all these changes that are going on with the members?
Yeah, so we've done a lot, and we have a lot of plans to do more. So we did about 4 or 5 open forums, or we call them clubhouse conversations. And that was really to inform everyone, educate them so they know why we're doing this. They understand like the process of it, the timeline, who all was involved in planning it. So we held those and we had our vice president speak at those. And we had a really great attendance for those. And we also hosted those online. So if you couldn't make it in person, come online, watch, view, ask questions. And we plan to like hold those just along the way. Keep people informed. Obviously, our monthly newsletter goes out, so we'll have a little section in there for it, maybe title it something catchy. And we'll have like updated posters. So I'm thinking maybe as the progress is going on, monthly updated posters downstairs by our dining, by the entryway, and then also just emails letting people know like, hey, this is where we're at. This is a little behind the scenes shot, get people interested in it. And yeah, it's really important to keep people updated, let them know what's happening at the time, if we have any setbacks, just that transparency we're looking for.
Do you have a social media presence, Facebook, Instagram, and everything along that
We
line?
do, yeah. For social media, I'm thinking do a lot of behind the scenes as well. We have a really great community on our social media. So behind the scenes there, and then maybe tag stuff with a little logo. Like this is construction, this is a renovation post. So it's easy to find. People can say, oh, what's going on? And you can find it easily.
Very good, very good. I like that. Everybody wants to stay informed, obviously, and the members are paramount to the process. Trey, if we can go back to you real quick, as far as replacing the asphalt cart paths and concrete, how will this improve the course accessibility and aesthetics?
No, it'll be fantastic. It's again a lot of us golfers will know kind of like the aesthetic more of that. Of course, uh, we all know, all golfers will say they'd love the Augusta National look of just pure grass, but we've got a pretty high volume course. We still won't have any cart paths on our Fluger, our 9 hole, which is great. It's again that doesn't quite see as much volume as our Maxwell, so we can still keep that grassy aesthetic. It will really help with the volume that our course sees. It'll be for a lot of our holes, it'll be a tee box to greens cart paths, which will really just help with the longevity. And out west here, we always have, of course, water rights and stuff like that. It'll help reduce some of the watering needed for some of those high volume areas to keep our course green. So beyond that, the cart path concrete will probably outlast everyone here on our on this call. Once we replace it with that, the usable life for concrete just goes on for a long time. So our membership is having the foresight. You know what? If we're going to replace them, let's replace them right. And instead of replacing it with asphalt again and saying, you know what, we're 10 years from now, we got to patch holes. The great thing about concrete is we'll get the slabs cut, everything of the sort, where if we do see a problem area, which shouldn't happen anytime in the near future, we can just replace that slab too. So it allows repairs to be done easier, aesthetic. Concrete looks way better, and it'll help protect the grass, which is, of course, talking to any golfer, one of the most important things.
Well, I gotta imagine as the general manager, you have your finger on the pulse of the memberships. What are you hearing from the members as far as what they're looking forward to? Like you say, the short-term pain, long-term gain, everything positive, or some questions popping up?
Of course, there's always a couple naysayers, but the majority of our membership is very supportive. They're excited. It's again, luck. I was very fortunate where a lot of this groundwork was starting to be laid. It was, and we had a great board to work with. It was a collaborative effort to push a lot of these things through. Like I said, the golf course renovation, well, I mean, sorry, repair work has been in discussion for almost 17 years. It's really getting that, and our board was very supportive of getting that across the finish line and informing our membership of that. The pool's been in discussion for a while. Unfortunately, with the pool, we did have some cleanup to do. It was misquoted by there was a period of time where the club was out without a general manager, without a professional look, a person there, and it was misquoted by a price committee and sold to the membership and was voted to approve. So we actually had it at about half the price it actually costs, and they had assessed for it. So we had to go back, clean that up, and we still got the pool through, which was great. They had initially quoted about $4.5 million when it was really a $9 million pool. So there was some cleanup we had to do there, and the membership still understood it. It was still seeing that plan. There was, of course, the biggest naysayers we got was we were told it was a $4.5 million pool when it was really a nine, and it was really going through education process, is in the Denver metro area. If you're looking for have a competition lanes, a kiddie pool, and dive wells, there isn't a $4.5 million pool. Just doesn't happen in this area. It really, if you, those are the amenities you want, here's what it's going to cost. We can always try and make a more affordable pool, but if you want those amenities, there's not a cheaper way.
Do you have an active youth swim team there at the club?
Yes, we do. It's again credit to our aquatics director. He's done a great job of revamping some of that. It was a little still very active, but we had about as of 2 years ago about 45 participating, and in the past 2 years he's grown that up to 60 again. So almost a 50% increase. So it's even growing. So the idea is whatever pool we built really did need to support that growth that we're seeing in each of those. So
Well, terrific. Hey, I got one last question for you. I want you to take your crystal
yeah.
ball out. I
Okay.
want you to look in the future, 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road. After this is done, the golf course, all 27 holes, the pool, the racquet facility, right? A lot going on right now. And I imagine this is going to take us through the next 5 years or so. So let's look 10 years down the road. What are we looking at, Pinehurst Country Club?
So I'd say it'd even be the exciting stuff for our membership is we had a ad option vote a little bit, which was touching the clubhouse. So I think it'll be like you said, more 5 years down the road, anyways. This is a little bit the crystal ball where the ad option it wasn't. We realized it wasn't a great sell, but we did a survey about 2 years ago, and one of the highest rated things to get done was our clubhouse. We've just it's a nice clubhouse, just fairly dated old school in aesthetics. There's nothing major wrong with it, but the sell we essentially made was because we owed it to the membership was if you'd give us another another assessment for X dollars, we can also do the clubhouse. Where we were at in our planning stages, it was kind of we couldn't have any renderings. We didn't have an interior designer or anything picked out. It was the pie in the sky kind of talk about a little bit, where we owed it to the membership because they said it was important with this master plan to actually mention it. And if we didn't mention it, it kind of my take would have been almost ignoring what they had said before. But to do it properly and really involved more work. So while these projects are going, I even foresee us getting more focus groups going and everything of the sort to say, you know what do you want the clubhouse to look? And I'd foresee even shortly thereafter this master plan, us going to a vote for a master plan for the then instead of the facility wide on just the clubhouse, whether it be aesthetics or various other things that could be ad options. I see the club getting kind of revitalized. We're already seeing it already. A lot of younger families joining that. The excitement for the new pool and the aquatics team. Again, that's why we had in the last 2 years, the conversation of the new pool is we're seeing the big push in the increase of swim team engagement. I foresee us getting to be back almost a return to glory a little bit is what you'd say is being one of the preeminent family clubs in the Denver metro area. Some of the people that I mentioned in good to their history, like the Coble family, Bub at Hall back in the day, if you talk to some people that have been in the industry for a while, you'll hear some of the stories of Pinehurst from back then and the family engagement and all the things they used to do, where I think it really is our membership realizing what we used to be and wanting to be that again. So it's an exciting time to be at Pinehurst. It really is.
Beautiful. I'm looking forward to seeing all the changes that are coming, the enhancements and going forward. Trey and Christina, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.